In this video, I'm going to update everybody on how the trade ideas that I introduced over the past week and a half are coming along. If that's the type of information you're interested in, then keep on watching. Come to Remora TC to trade like a shark and not get eaten by one. Let's school together to protect and grow our money. The first ticker we're going to look at is EEM. As you can see, today's price action is pretty bearish, to be fair. It's fallen well underneath this zone of support and resistance. I bought in back here, hoping that price would come up above these three support lines and stay up there. But because it didn't, yesterday, in fact, on this green candle, I closed out my trade. So I'm no longer in this trade. My thoughts for you is that EEM has some further downside, perhaps for the next couple of weeks. We'll have to see if we can find another zone of support down here. It's not a very clean looking chart. So right now, I wouldn't recommend this as a long. Okay, so that's EEM. All right, the next ticker that we're looking at is GDX. And as you can see on the daily chart here, GDX is continuing its bullish trend. If I zoom out here, you can see that GDX is above this long-term support. I think it goes back to August 2020. You'll have to go back in my prior videos to get a better read on the trade idea. Anyway, today's action is bullish. Price is up here with fairly light volume though, so I'm not crazy about it. If we are able to get an entry down on this support line, then I would take a long. Okay, so that's my idea. I'm still I'm still bullish on GDX. I'm not in the trade at the moment. All right, the next ticker is GFI. GFI is continuing to stay above this trendline support. You know, we were playing GFI back over here off of this long-term support. Right now, I'm not really sure about the direction. I think for me to get back into this trade, I'd like to see higher lows, okay, and reclaiming this 1092 support line. Because, you know, from this standpoint, RSI and PPO, it's bearish. All right, so that's my GFI update for you. Next one is, all right, this is Stone. The action for Stone hasn't been as I had anticipated. In fact, it's broken down underneath this long-term support. If you remember how I drew it, okay, this lower trend line from where this green is, there's another touch there. There's more reactions all along here. I thought that it would hold. So my thoughts now is that Stone is not set up for a long. If it can recover this trend line, then I would take a long and hope for it to reach the 1183 zone for a breakout. Okay, so that's Stone. The next ticker I'd like to look at is ICL. Okay. ICL is continuing to consolidate on this descending triangle. You can see that it's formed this near-term support at about 815, 814 or so, because this line is actually sloping upwards a little bit. And what you can see is it's coming into this resistance at the pointy part of this triangle. So I feel it's setting up for a breakout. I would recommend waiting for the breakout and then taking the long. The target, near-term target for it would probably be, let's draw this here. Near-term target, you know, perhaps about there, yeah, which is 880, and then we'll see what what the next spot might be. Probably this 200-day moving average up here. So wherever it hits it, maybe at around 950. All right, so that's ICL. The next trade to look at is NVAX, NVAX. All right, NVAX is doing what I anticipated. So it formed this near-term bottom. It's up today 5%. So yeah, keep going. I'm still in the trade, and my target, probably near-term target, would be this trend line up here somewhere. Okay, and then resistance at 24.39. All right, so NVAX is going well. You can see the bullishness here on the RSI. And then the next one we're going to look at are the shorts. So let's see how these are going. All right, CEG. Am I in this one? No, I'm not, because I've been waiting for a better entry. So right now the price action is going in the direction that I want, right? It's going down, but it's not a good entry. It's right in the middle of this range here. My recommendation is to wait for perhaps if it's going to come back to retest up here, this trend line, then great, take an entry. Otherwise, just wait until it breaks underneath this 89.53. There's still a lot of downside to this. My ultimate target is down to here at 65. So I'm waiting for a better entry. Okay, a lot of long-term bearishness here, right? It's divergent too, so it's even more convincing of a short trade. All right, so that's CEG. Let's look at the next one, ExxonMobil. This is a short. All right, so I shorted this back here at 111. I held it through this sideways action. I'm in the green now, but you can see that over the past couple of days, price has rebounded. Okay, so the rebound rebounded right back into this resistance here. So I'm still in the trade. I feel the action is still to the downside. Ultimately, this is my first profit zone at about maybe 100, and it'll bounce around here. It'll break again. Maybe I'll take some profit here before ultimately replaying the short down to about 90 down here. Okay, so if you find my review helpful for you with your trade ideas, please like the video, subscribe so that you'll know when I'll put up more content, and share my channel with your friends. Good luck with your trading.